Hi there, everybody, and thank you for joining Just Ask Dr. Macy and Guest. We so appreciate you joining every month, and feel free to support our channel by sending us some super chats and some stars. So, I have a question. Have you ever thought that something should exist, but it didn't exist until it did exist, and you were happy that it did? Oh, so I hope that really made sense to you guys because it made so much sense to me in my head. So I'm your host. I'm Dr. Macy Smith, the social gerontologist, providing education, training, and caregiver coaching to help you and your families reach the next level of care. So have you guys ever heard of Saltbox TV? Probably not. You know why? You probably never heard of it because it is the first ever streaming service dedicated to connecting older adults with diverse, informative, and engaging programming. And today, our guests are none other than the co-founders of Saltbox TV. We have Miss Patty Carver joining us today, along with Jerry Gehring. They are connected together, but I'm gonna let them tell you how they are connected later on. But Patty Carver is a professional singer, actress, and writer with international credits. As an actress and singer, Patty has an extensive resume of New York, regional, stock, dinner theater, and cabaret performance. Patty is the co-founder of Saltbox TV, the first entertainment platform designed specifically for older, wiser, and get this, y'all, more experienced adults. Go, Patty. We're also joined with Jerry Gehring. Jerry is a theatrical lead producer and arts administrator who is dedicated to mission driven content, artists, and organizations. He is a Grammy and Tony nominated producer and has worked in commercial theater, service driven arts, and academic groups for more than 25 years. Jerry has produced and worked with award winning artists while producing on Broadway, the West End, off Broadway, in regional theaters, and many national tours across North America. He is also the co-founder of Saltbox TV. But really there can only be one boss, right? So I'm gonna start with the real boss, right, Jerry? Miss Patty Carver.
I love you, Macy.
Patty, Saltbox TV. What is Saltbox TV in layman's terms, and why is now the time?
Oh my goodness. Saltbox TV is a channel for older adults. Of course, there's always that overlap
Yeah.
with stuff everybody loves, but it's a channel designed for older adults. And the time is now because virtual programming is here to stay in a big way. And Saltbox TV was inspired by COVID and my connection to the senior communities. For the past 20 years, I've done all kinds of different performing and entertaining work with Jerry's my theater companies, but one of the things that I've done over the past 20 years that I've just absolutely fell in love with is performing for older adult communities.
Wow.
And I began with just a handful. Long story short, I now have 20 shows and I have a database of like 350 places that I travel to in person up and down the East Coast,
Wow.
New England and the Midwest. And as you know, with COVID, communities were shut down, they were isolated. We started filming my one woman musicals to offer activity directors, lifestyle and enrichment coordinators as like entertainment options. Started communicating with them, realized that they were swamped and they needed more than just, you know, a virtual program of Patty Carver, you know. And I said to Jerry, you know, there should be a one-stop shop place where these activities directors can go and find everything that they need. And we've designed Saltbox TV with communities in mind, although really it is for everybody. There's all kinds of genres. There's lifestyle, there's spiritual, there's lifelong learning, as well as the movies and the sitcoms and the documentaries, the things that everybody loves, the nostalgic shows like I Love Lucy and Dick Van Dyke, but things that shows that like your show that communities can utilize on Saltbox, and as well as caregivers can utilize for their elders. And so, there's wellness, there's gentle workouts, there's chair yoga.
Did you just say gentle workout, Jerry? Did she just say gentle workout?
I did. I did. I did.
Cut this down, Macy.
A gentle workout. It's the kind I love.
I know, right? Not too much, not too hard.
But now, even though we're in a tricky time right now, because who knows what's going to happen, but we'll get to the other side of COVID eventually. But virtual is here to stay, and we are going to continue to be an option. And I want Jerry to hop on with some of this next part of it. But once Jerry started reaching out, we started reaching out to all of our connections in the industry. Not only did Saltbox TV start emerging as a platform, an entertainment platform designed for older adults, but older adults in the industry that can't find work anymore were coming forward and saying, we want to help and support, and we also want to work. We want to do shows. So it's not only becoming a platform for older adults, but by older adults.
Wow.
And it's a very interesting journey so far.
Yeah, that's important that you stated that it's for older adults, but it is also by older adults. And so, Jerry, when Patty brought this crazy idea to you and say, hey, I want to do this, because mind you, I've heard the bits and pieces of this story, and I was so inspired. I went to my own husband and said, Patty said to her husband, honey, I want to do this. And he said, yeah, we're doing it. And he said, now, who are they? I said, you don't know them, but that's what really happened. So what happened when she brought this idea to you? I want to know what that conversation was like.
I have to say, Patty and I have done this kind of thing. Like, we have an idea and we just like jump in and do it. And we've been married, over 30 years now. So
Wow.
we've done a lot. And when Patty says, so yeah, good job.
Yeah.
You remembered. My goodness. That I was like, all right, I don't know how to do that. I've never done TV. But I know a lot of the people that do. And so let's figure it out together because it's worth it. And honestly, I was completely shocked that this didn't exist. I mean,
Wow.
There wasn't. I mean, you mentioned this in your opening, and I thought, well, I'm going to Google this, and there's going to be so many out there. This is just an idea that, again, we're 3 weeks too late and a dime short, right?
Mm-hmm.
And there wasn't one. And then we were like, okay, well, let's just start with the people Patty. Let's create some programs. Just do a couple. And we did that, and it just has been one day of learning after the next, and now we feel like we have so many friends in the aging industry.
Yeah. Well, when we say aging, older adults, seniors, do you know how many years that spans? Do you know how many generations that spans? I mean, you really can't put it in a bubble. And now with Saltbox TV, there is an outlet, there is an opening, there is an opportunity. You guys have got to be feeling some, I don't know, just some feeling of, wow. That's the only term I can think of, but maybe you can kind of tell me what you're feeling inside. But it's almost like an explosive feeling. As you all are talking, I'm getting excited because when full transparency, I am one of the personalities on Saltbox TV. That would be Just Ask Dr.
One of the
Macy.
most popular.
Hey, thank you. Lifelong learning. And Jerry and Patty, when I learned more about it and I came on board, it didn't take me long to say, absolutely. I used to be a client, now a friend. I provided support services for his wife who had Alzheimer's. She was 89. He was 91. He's now 93. Very spry. He is always playing golf. He is actually so much motivation for me. He is on Facebook. He will send me a Facebook message. When he reads an article I wrote, he will text me and tell me it was a good article, or either I'm gonna need you to tighten up on something. But when I sent it to him, texted it to him, he texted back and was like, thank you. He's always, thank you, Macy. I'm gonna take a look at this. This is something I'm gonna look at. So can you speak to how easy it is to access Saltbox TV and the programs there. I mean, you said lifelong learning, nostalgic type videos. How easy and how simple is it to access the information and the streaming service overall? Because that's important.
Yeah.
Mm.
Jerry, you jump in anytime, but when Jerry and I were talking about putting this together at the very, very beginning, we kept our parents in mind, and
Oh.
how when they sign up for something, they don't want to sign up. They want to click and watch. No passwords, no security codes. So we found out really fast that, well, that we just needed to be click and watch. Also, we enlisted the help of some gerontologists that helped us with colors and
Oh,
font
yes.
sizes, and
Yes.
it's easy to navigate the website and to see. And yeah, when if I Saltbox TV, my mom probably would not even watch her own daughter's platform if she had to give her email or password. So that was the first thing that we
Yeah.
decided to do. And the other part of it, Jerry, was should we do a subscription thing? And we decided, no, this needs to be free. It
Wow.
needs to be free for everybody. So it's an advertising based platform, right,
Yeah,
Jerry?
it's like old-fashioned TV. There's gonna
Yeah.
be some commercials. I don't care. I'll watch a commercial for free good shows. It's okay.
Yeah.
So what's interesting too is that at the very beginning, Patty mentioned that, like this idea of streaming, this idea of online entertainment is not only not going to go away, it's going to decimate cable, it's going to decimate rabbit ears. That's just the way life is going. This is technology leading the way. So we are not only can you watch it on your computer, of course. Everybody has those little, what do they call them, dongles? Those little things you put in your TV, like Fire Sticks and
Right,
Google
right,
Play and Roku and Apple TV, and that's the new cable, right?
right.
So we are already on Fire Stick and on Roku, which has something like, I don't know, something crazy, like 30 million people watching
Yes.
Roku.
Yes.
And they're not
Yes.
watching Saltbox yet, but they're watching something.
Yeah.
And that's the wave of the future. So, and what's interesting is we talked with our parents who were in the early 80s that they are just now we're showing them how to use a Fire Stick and
Mhm.
understanding. But as Patty and I in our 50s are now going into that new category, that we and our generations, ourselves and above us, are learning this new way, because there's so many smart people that are like, well, this is so easy. You don't need to be a millennial to do 2 clicks and watch something.
Right. That is exactly right. And it's new. And so because it's new, it's engaging the brain. And so just think about how you developed and built this platform and how the platform is evolving. You're keeping it in mind with seniors, older adults. As we're aging, we have to maintain an engaged mind. And I love to engage my mind by watching TV. Even if it's the process of watching TV, figuring something out. If you think about one thing, you firing off those neurons, you're preserving a healthy brain. So everything from beginning to end that Saltbox is doing is absolutely helping us to age on purpose. Even if it's unintentional, you're doing it. Have you realized the impact that you're having now on seniors' lives, older adults, family caregivers? Not only family caregivers, but what about the intergenerational, the younger folks?
Yeah, there's so much potential there. And it's funny, especially lately, because it just gets busier with every day in the office. And so, it's hard to, focus up and from the crazy busyness of every day. But yeah.
What's interesting, Dr. Reese, we have in our office, there's Patty and I as the elders of the office, and we have a crew of young people that are really smart and anxious and really want to take over the world. and as young people want to do. And the wonderful idea of working with us and the younger people is this intergenerational thing. And then us working with the Ed Asners of the world and all these creators we're making new projects with. It really feels like a big family of generations happening under one kind of creative roof. And I hope that as America finds us, that they will appreciate that and understand that it's with them in mind, and we're working with the people that they've loved for years and the ones that want to go into this business and be the next generation of storytellers.
Oh wow, that was so moving. You know, studies support that intergenerational approaches and strategies not only build a sense of self-worth for seniors, but it also builds a sense of value in the children as well. And so the relationship is reciprocal. So you all are doing, I may have to do a research study with this whole salt box thing, because it has opportunity to have an impact on communities as a whole, because we know that communities are not monolithic. We have so many generational benefits in community. And I'm gonna tell y'all this. So you say that Saltbox is designed for older adults in mind, but my 12-year-old started this project, and I don't know what this is, but it's some type of knitting thing. And she brought it to me. Both my grandparents have gone on to glory. My mama, she don't want to fool with us because she's, living her best life. So I said, you know what? It's a video. There are some programs on Saltbox TV that can actually help you, the knitting. And I don't know if this is knitting, but she watched it and came up with strategies from what that programming was. And she's 12. She's
Oh my
12.
goodness.
That's wonderful.
It just, and so that is the impact. Like she can, that program can babysit my child and teach her the arts. And really teach her the arts. And so the potential is so great. Now you have a spokesperson. Tell us about that spokesperson, Jerry.
Well, he has spunk. Let's just say that, right? So it's Ed Asner, the one and only Ed Asner, as you know, has been. And let's talk about intergenerational. We all know him from Lou Grant to Mary Tyler Moore. The young people in our office know him from Up.
That's what I was gonna say. Squirrel.
Exactly. But he is the nicest, here's what he is. He's been an advocate his entire life for so many different things. As you may know, he was a president of SAG, the Actors Union in Hollywood, for a long time, made huge differences. And now they're having some internal problems with some benefits and not being qualified. He's actually suing, along with him and other people, SAG, who used to be president, of, because they're not doing the right thing for older people. Yep. And he's 93.
Yeah.
He's one of our heroes. And not only on the acting side, but because he's always tried to bring change to people's lives. And if he saw somebody who was an underdog, somebody that was a misfit or needed help, he was there no matter what. And he was never a big star in his head. And he's helping us. He believes in this like we do. And we're working with Ed Asner. Come on.
Ed Asner. I told my baby, she said, he sounds like the man in Up. I said, oh, that is who it is. That is who it is. So it is. So I'm so excited. I thank you all for doing this for all of us, because when you support the least of these, and in America, our seniors are considered the least of these because they're not revered like other countries. Longevity is not where it needs to be in America because we don't revere them and value their worth. You guys are doing it. Patty, am I preaching to the choir?
You are, because it's a continual discussion in our office, that there is kind of a cultural sensibility in America that dismisses our elders, and we should respect and revere them, just like you said.
Yeah.
And we can't make moral and cultural change in a day, right, but we can do our small part by producing some shows. That's what we do, and that's what we can do. And can we give you a little teaser about our next project?
I'd love it. Oh, is this going to be another exclusive?
No, but it's Close. No,
Okay.
we're working on our first production. Jerry, jump in if whenever. It's called Silver Stars,
Yes.
and it's the first ever talent showcase for older adults. And we are about to embark on a national search for talented older adults that are going to be in this first show that we're going
Oh
to do.
my
And we're
goodness.
film it down in Atlanta in October. And we're seeking um, video submissions. And, and actually it's another great opportunity, an intergenerational opportunity
Yes.
for an 85-year-old person, or I mean anybody that's older that's not tech savvy, their younger loved ones or friends or family could help them do a video of them playing the harmonica or playing the piano, or I don't know,
Right. Line
roller
dancing.
skating. and
That's right.
and plus, and they could be a silver star.
Oh, I love that. That is exciting. And I'm going to be sure that we put the information down in the comment section. So what are the requirements to participate in this particular talent showcase specifically for our older adults?
Okay, so it's 65 plus. Okay,
65 plus. Okay.
and but and in that range, in my brain, it includes decades of a range of people, because I mean, I meet people when I go to communities that are 100 years old, and
Yes.
they're just as active and smart as the next person, and and their history books, they're so fun
Oh,
to talk.
yes.
But
Oh,
what
yes.
what else? Oh, and a 60-second video of whatever you do.
That's it. So I'm going to add to that. So what we're going to do, Ed is part of this. Ed and our team, we choose 5 to 6 people to come and join us on this first show. We fly them to Atlanta, and we have, because I'm a Broadway guy, I have a Broadway team. Tony Award-winning director, choreographer, designers are all going to put all of our people on stage, sing or dance or whatever they do. We're going to put people around them, and they're going to have their moment to shine.
Oh, wow.
And then we film it and we put it on Silver Stars. And there's going to be 1,700 people in this theater watching them do that.
Wow. And you have to be 65 or older. You youngins, you got your stuff. This is for 65 and older. I love it. I love what you all are doing. I'm happy to be a part of it. This is a movement that should have happened a long time ago. And you two are the trailblazers to make it happen. You have the heart, you have the dedication, you have the experience. And as the young people say, you ain't scared, you're just gonna do it, right? And that you should. So before we get out of here, can you tell our viewers how they can get in contact with you? And hey, I know y'all see the swag that Jerry is wearing. That is Salt Box swag. I think we're gonna have some merch, aren't we? We gotta have merch.
Merch is everything. It's Broadway merch all the way.
All the way, all the way.
First, Macy.
Yes, yes.
It's easy to find us, call us, text us, whatever. Just go to saltboxtv.com. Everything's right there. And you can literally call us, email us. It doesn't matter. We answer everybody all the time. We love talking. So as you can tell. So that's really, it's that simple.
Yeah. If you dial the number, I'll answer the office line. So.
Hello. Okay. Well, thank you all so much for spending some time with me talking about Saltbox TV, the first ever streaming service dedicated to older adults and intergenerational approaches. We're getting ready to do this thing. We're going to blow it out of the water, and we are excited that you all are coming along with us for the ride. As always, we appreciate you. Be sure to like, subscribe, comment, and share the video with your loved ones. Until next time.